After what has been a historic college football season, we are live here at Memorial Stadium for the start of a historic series. Welcome to KAOX 90.7 FM's first Cal football broadcast of the 2023-24 season. My name is Ryan Chend, And joined alongside me is Jonah Kligman, live here from Cal Berkeley. Once the California Golden Bears 1-0, squaring off against the Auburn Tigers, also 1-0. Here in front of a loaded Memorial Stadium, we see two teams who have never met each other in a match. Jonah, we've talked before about how excited we were to see Auburn come to Berkeley. Just playing this type of game against such a storied SEC program mean for a school like Cal?
Oh, it means so much, Ryan. It's absolutely awesome to be here. I mean, look out on the field. You got the Auburn student section over there. It is packed. It means so much to Cal. You know, it takes a lot in this era of Cal football to get excited, and we're getting a lot here. We got an SEC opponent. Last time we had a home opener against the SEC. That was back in 2007 versus Tennessee, and we went bowling that year. So hopefully that same fortune is taken over here, but it's awesome. What about you, Ryan?
Oh, I'm just excited to see an SEC opponent.
Absolutely.
At Berkeley. I mean, it's been a while, and we'll break that down. The last time Cal played against an SEC opponent, but like we mentioned before, Auburn-Cal never in their over 100-plus years history, they've never played each other in any match.
History,
anywhere.
Ryan, history.
Quite literally history. And next year, Cal X and the Cal football team will be at Auburn playing and completing the home and home away series. Now, listen, as excited as we are that we are hosting Auburn, we're even more stoked to see this new look Bears squad. Some new turf, some new faces. Jonah, what about this new Cal team are you most excited about?
It's got to be Jake Spavital. I mean, all the records that were being beat last week were all since 2016. Why 2016? Because that's when Jake Spavital was our offensive coordinator for that year, and he's back. And having Justin Wilcox's defense paired with Jake Spavital's high-octane offense, it seems like the dream team. And Justin Wilcox has changed. We saw it last week. It's almost like getting a new head coach. So this team is rejuvenated. It's a new team. What a beautiful home opener. It's good vibes for now.
Good vibes for now. Well, it's still a nice 66 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to get colder here up in this upper levels of the stadium and the balcony. But we are about 1 minute away from kickoff here live again in Berkeley, California. You're listening to your community radio station in Berkeley, Cal X 90.7 FM. This is Ryan Chen and Jonah Kligman on call. So Cal is 1-0. It was just last week that they beat North Texas, the North Texas Mean Green. They punished them 58-21. And Auburn defeated their foe UMass 59-14. So both teams handing their opponents L pretty easily and in convincing fashion. We did notice, though, in that Cal matchup, in their season opener, they started off perhaps a tad bit sluggish in comparison to the second half, in which they held North Texas scoreless. And right now, this stadium here at Memorial is packed. Jonah, we were talking earlier before about how many people we'd expect to see here. And this is probably the most packed we've seen it since the last big game, huh?
Ryan, I don't know. Right now, I'd argue this is more than big game because that student section, that is double what Stanford has. Auburn is here. They got their cheerleaders here. They got their flags going too. It is packed at Memorial Stadium. It's 100th year of football. Well, a good start here.
Everyone's excited as Cal will opt to kick it off. They won the coin toss. Back in the end zone, here comes Auburn with the reception, cutting out to the left hash. Rumbles and tumbles near the 20-yard line. And that's where they will be marked. On the reception was number 21, Brian Batty for the Auburn Tigers. So we'll see how this Cal defense holds up against this mighty Auburn squad. Auburn rotating between two quarterbacks. But they opt to hand it off, trying to create some space. Doesn't get too far. As the running back is brought down by Jackson Sermon. Last season's lead tackler.
Who else but Jackson Sermon?
2nd and 7, a gain of 3. They hand it off once again. And in that running back position for the Auburn Tigers is Jarquez Hunter, who was a big question mark coming into this game for some off the field reasons. He missed the first game. He's now here for the second for Auburn on the road. 3rd and 4, a pickup of 3 yards. Auburn back at the 28. Empty set. Scanning now, rolling to the right. Keeps it. Will hurdle over to the far sideline, but it's picked up. It's a fumble picked up by the Bears back the other way. And it's a touchdown for Cal. Jackson Sermon with the scoop and score. What a turn of events, Jonah.
How about that? I mean, we just talked about Jackson Sermon being the guy we said who else when he got that tackle, but who else to pick up the ball and take it to the bank for 6.
Boy, oh boy. The Auburn Tigers messing up right there with the ball on the 28. It was Peyton Thorne, the starting quarterback for Auburn, rushing his way to the first down, cut over to the right, and had the ball knocked loose. But as we see right here, he may have been marked down before Sermon could be tallied up for that touchdown. So originally what happened was that the refs called it a live ball, was poked out of his hands on the field as Sermon caught it.
Yeah, it looks on the replay that Peyton Thorne just got that foot outside the hash.
But he was out of bounds, yep.
And look, for this Auburn team, their main way of moving the ball is on the ground. It's rushing that ball. So obviously just an opening drive, but to be able to keep them at bay on the ground is huge because we're not going to see them airing out the ball. So a great 3 and out on the ground.
4th and 4, but look at those reflexes, nevertheless, by Jackson Sermon to track down the quarterback, not give up on the play, pick it up and run the other way. Sermon, there's not enough good things to say about, again, the former lead tackler from last season, the linebacker who is the defensive coordinator's son on Cal, Peter Sermon.
I heard Jackson Sermon, the son that is the player right now, he said that he feels the pressure because if he doesn't do his job too well, his dad might get fired. So obviously didn't get the touchdown there, but even just those reflexes, I think he's keeping his father Peter on salary.
So the refs are deliberating this call. This is why right now the play is on pause. The play is technically under review. So again, originally it was scored a touchdown, then it was reversed. Now they're taking a thorough look here in what could be a really big call. Nevertheless, I mean, even if they don't roll it a touchdown, you mentioned it, Jonah, 3 and out. Auburn has no choice but to punt it away. Well, you can hear the crowd.
Wow. I didn't see that coming from the replay, Ryan.
You can hear the crowd because the refs have called the play in the Bears' favor. Again, it was Peyton Thorne running out to the far sideline, trying to scramble for that first down, as we see here on the replay board. He was hit hard near the far sideline by Cal's defense right there. That was actually number 53, Caleb Erlarms, or the inside linebacker, who hit Thorne hard out of bounds. The ball was knocked loose, picked up by Sermon. Sermon ran and scrambled to the end zone for 6.
Although it looks like it's Cal's ball with a first down.
So Sermon must have stepped out of bounds.
He must have been the one who went out of bounds.
Nevertheless, Cal does retain possession. So Thorne was in bound when that ball was knocked out loose. Tight throw out to the right side. That's a far sling over to the intended receiver, Brian Hightower. And if you're wondering who would be the starting quarterback in this matchup for Cal, it is Ben Finley. Ben Finley, who had himself a night against North Texas, filling in for the injured Sam Jackson V. 3 out wide. Ott flanking his right, some motion right to left by Monroe Young. Here comes Ott now, bumbling his way through. Ball is on the 35-yard line, pushed up ahead for a gain of around 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean, who else but Ott? First time he touched the ball last week, 41 yards. First time this week, only a couple. But get used hearing Jaden Ott's name in this game, because if you want to win a game and if you want to win against an SEC opponent, you got to go your guy and got to go to Ott.
3rd and 7, pickup of 3. Ott now flanking the left, 4 out wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Ball is on the left hash. Empty set now. Finley slings it over to Young. Young trips his way up about a yard short of that first down marker. And now it should be 4th and 1 or so. What do they do here, Jonah?
Oh, you give it to Ott. Run it up, right down the gut. Get that first down. Keep this moving. You don't get turnovers often. You got to go for it here.
Well, on 4th down conversions, Cal is 3 and 3. Ott flanking Finley's left. They hand it off to Ott, and Ott steamrolls his way to the first down.
It's amazing what a guy like Jaden Ott can do for a team. Having a guy in the backfield that when you need 1 yard, when you want to go on that 4th down, you almost know that it's guaranteed that you're going to get that first down. So how about good field position? And it's looking good, Ryan.
Bunched up, trying to protect the quarterback. Off to Ott now. Hands it off to Monroe Young behind. The ball was bobbled out of the hands of Ott. Monroe Young picked it up. He had to slide down to avoid any further injury. The ball will be marked back at the 35. So after getting the first down, Cal will be knocked back to 2nd and 20. Ball on the 33-yard line. Not a great look. So you'd presume they'll go for this passing play. 3 out wide to the right. Finley now looking over to his right-hand side. He found Monroe Young in stride, looking over to the near sideline. It was caught by Young. 3rd and 10.
Monroe Young caught 4 passes last week for 63 yards. And that was just 2nd on the team. So good job running a good route. He had Jeremiah Hunter and Monroe Young over on the right, and you just saw there that Monroe Young was able to get open and kind of make up for that loss of play before.
Approaching Tiger territory. It's Finley now. With Ott flicked to his right, Monroe Young moves from right to left. Finley now scanning, has some time, looks over to Ott. Ott with the catch, scrambles over to the far sideline. Will he make that first down as he is pushed out of bounds is the question. But they picked up 10 yards before. They're well short this time. Only picked up 1 as Ott scrambled cross field. Now Cal will be marked with the ball on the 22-yard line. This is a 32-yard attempt, again accounting for the end zone, that 10 yards. With the kick, Cal from 32 yards out. It's good. Michael Luckhurst notches one to put Cal up 3-0.
Points are
9:42
points.
left.
Points are points.
Points are points. You'll take it however you can get it. I mean, one alternative was the scoop and score, which would have been sick. The other alternative would have been a kickoff, or a punt rather, from Auburn to Cal back, you'd presume, near the 20 or 30-yard line. I think this is a good medium point for the Bears to be up against the Auburn Tigers. Again, 9:42 here left in this first quarter, 3-0. Michael Luckhurst notching his first field goal of the day from 39 yards out. We're going to go ahead and send this one over to break. In the meantime, stick around, though, because you're listening to your live source for Cal Sports, KALX Berkeley 90.7 FM.
One, two, three. We are back.